at this point is no longer a vacation. It is a journey. It is an active building process. So enough healing. It's time for building, baby. Out with the healing. It's time for building. Enough with all this talk of I'm in my healing era. No, it's time to build. It's time to build. And how are we gonna build? First of all, we're gonna catch flights, not feelings. And second of all, we are gonna build by identity. Let me tell you, identity, in this case, the concept of ambiguity. If you're a good student, if you're a dedicated student, you know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm about to say. Identity in the sense of understanding the concept of ambiguity. What is ambiguity, you might wonder? Ambiguity is the art of being an ardent bitch. It is the art of operating and existing in life. It is the art of stepping into rooms and saying, you know what, I'm here, see me. It is the art of talking to people from a place of, I have so much to share, let me bless you. It is the art of looking people in the eye and saying, you know what, I love you, but you will not disrespect me. That is the art of ambiguity. And in this case, you're done healing. It's time to build, number one, identity to the concept of ambiguity. Okay? So when I say this, number one, boundaries. Let me tell you, if you want to make 2026 and every other new year you're here, you're going to have to master the art of boundaries. I'm not talking about, oh, I don't do this, I don't give it up for the first night, I don't go here, I don't do, no. When I talk about boundaries, I mean intentional, energetic discernment, yeah? Understand that the most valuable asset you have is your energy. And when it comes to boundaries, it's about being able to look a situation in the face and saying, you know what, this situation is not worth my time. This person is not worth my energy. This stress is not worth my investment. I'm going to walk away from it. Because when you're able to do this, you create a storehouse. It's like saving. You can say, you know what, I'm not going to spend my money on that thing. It's not going to bring me back returns. It's not going to do me good. So you put that money in a bank. That is exactly what you do with your energy. So when you have boundaries, you set your energy aside, and this energy comes into the what? The universal bank. Najiangalia kwa kio. That means I'm looking myself in the mirror. You put your energy where? In the universal bank. Now you start to multiply. Wanasemanga multiply. Investors, please, in the comments, tell me what that word is. When you put something into a, you invest it basically. Jesus Christ. My invest girl is come and help your sister here. You put it in the universal bank. Now understand that as you continue to store it, you are filling your tank. I've talked about the concept of love tanks in a previous video. When you do this, you are now filling up your tank, yeah? Because now you're saying, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time on this. I'm not going to waste my time on this situation. I am going to invest in what is going to give back to me. By the end of this, you're going to have so much energy to invest into what it is that is going to grow you. Not people who are here to break you, okay? That is boundaries. We have said this here, we are going to build. This, huu ni ule mwaka, huu mwaka mtanita bosi, yani mtake msitake, huu mwaka na kufosi, huu mwaka mtanita bosi, yani mtake msitake, mwaka wa kufosi. For those who don't understand Kiswahili, that means this is the year that you're going to call me boss, whether you like it or not. I'm going to force. Yes, we've looked at number one, number two. Number one, boundaries. Now, because we are done healing and it's time to build, number two, we are going to highlight the concept of what? Purposeful existence. Understand one thing. Once you're done healing, there's going to be this gap of who am I? There's going to be this gap of why am I here? There's going to be this gap of questioning everything you thought was for you, everything you thought you were good at. Now, it is time to fill that gap with the concept of purpose. I'm not going to tell you to look for your purpose. You don't look for your purpose. You're not a miner mining for purpose. You are a human being existing. Your only sole purpose is to exist, but your only sole purpose is to exist, but to exist in a specific role. Understand one thing. You may have freedom of choice, but you do not necessarily have free will, because consciousness is always going to assign you a job, whether you know it or not. Very few people can actually understand what I've just said, okay? Purpose in the sense of you play a role. Now, I'm not here to tell you to play the role of a mother or a sister or a husband or a brother. No. When I say role, I mean, what is your energetic contribution to the energy? What is your energetic contribution to the wholesome existence of mankind? What is it? Name one thing that you know you can give me right now. One thing that you can do for me that I will feel so good, and you keep your mind clean. If you've not answered that by the time I'm talking like this, it means you do not have a purpose, my friend. Role. What is your role? How do you define your role? How do you find your role? You find your role by first of all asking yourself, what is it that I get so many compliments on? The one thing that you get so complimented on by so many people, even random strangers, it's like, you're so good at this. Oh, when I come to you for this, Number two, what do people come to you for? Yeah? What is it? What is it that you know people just come? They are like, you know what? This, I will go to her. This, I will go to him. That. And number three, what is it that people look at you and feel you do best? What is a clear show of your talent or your capability? Understand that when you're able to find this thing, you're going to be able to define your role, because this is what you're going to give to humanity. Understand one thing. In this society's chase to get money and to get rich, people have forgotten that the main base of existence is to give back to humanity. Complete the cycle of creation. You know things because people put themselves in difficult situations for you to know them. You use things because people at some point put themselves in difficult situations to create those things. So it is your job and it is your responsibility, whether you like it or not. I'm not here to make you feel less. I'm here to tell you what you need to know. Whether you like it or not, you are going to give back to humanity. And unfortunately, the people who have and how do I put it? The people who have, I'd say, not so good realities are people who have not mastered the art of giving back to reality. So for you, what are you going to give humanity? Are you going to give us your voice? Are you going to give us your looks? Let me tell you one thing. When it comes to the concept of role and playing in the whole grand scheme of things, whether you are here creating videos, whether you are building a business, or whether you're doing TikTok videos at night in a miniskirt, let me tell you, no one person is greater than the other. Put your ego aside and understand one thing. No one person is doing a greater job than the other, because the mama who is selling pineapples at the market is feeding people. The person who is owning a bakery is still feeding people. The person who is creating content like me is helping people. The person who is doing content of TikTok and dancing, they're helping people, because when they do that, someone sees the possibility of happiness. Someone sees the possibility of beauty. They portray aesthetic. Yeah. So understand that in this case, you're not going to be better than anyone. You're going to be yourself. There's no competition, because why would I compete with you when you're the only one who is you? I'm not you. I can't compete with you. You're you. Exactly my point. So once you've defined the concept of purpose and you've realized what you can give humanity, your voice, your looks, your thoughts, your perspective, your approach to things, your art, your hands, the work of your hands, whatever it is you know, you can give back to humanity. At number three now, part of building. Remember, we're still building. At this point is where now we go into the aspect of receiving. You thought I was just going to tell you to give. Please, baby. Here it's all about balance. We're done healing. It's time to build. But as we build, we receive. That is the nature of the universe. Perfect payment for perfect service. Write that down. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the art of receiving. Now, when I say receiving, I don't mean being spoiled. Forget this shenanigans that you've seen on social media of, spoiling, princess treatment. Why do you want to get princess treatment when you're the queen? Why do you want to get princess treatment when you're the queen? Exactly. Why do you want to get prince treatment if there's such a thing? when you're the king? Exactly my point. So when it comes to the third concept, it's about the art of receiving. In this case, because you've defined your boundaries, which means now you're able to set apart your energy to provide for the universe, not for the universe, to provide to the English. You people who brought English, take it back. Now that you've defined boundaries and you have clear idea of how to segment your energy, and you're able to now say, you know what, this is for me, this is for this is for this, and now you've defined the concept of purpose, and you're like, you know what, and in boundaries we talk about habituosity. Now number three, we are talking about receiving. In this case, you have done everything necessary to show up for yourself and for the others. Now it is time for you to receive. When I talk about receiving, I'm not just talking about money, but I'm also talking about money. Okay, there's money. Everyone wants money. Who doesn't want money? Don't tell me you don't want money. Please leave my page. There's money. There's love. Some of you don't know how to receive love. You people, mad people. part of the receiving, there's money, there's love, there's abundance. Now listen when I tell you one thing. When you hear the word abundance, abundance is so broad. Most people think abundance is money. Abundance is so broad. Abundance can come through your neighbor giving you a plate of food because they cooked extra. Abundance can come through your landlord being kind to you to say, you know what, because you delayed, I'm going to give you an extra month. Abundance can come through you picking up 5 shillings on the floor. Abundance can come through you just existing and someone coming and saying, you know what, you look really nice, because now they've raised your frequency, because they've complimented you, they've affirmed your worth as a human being. So abundance is very broad. Keep your mind open as we continue to this session. There's abundance. Now when it comes to receiving, understand one thing. The universe cannot be cheated. It is said in the Bible, God cannot be deceived. You cannot deceive God. What does that mean? What it means is some of you are out here trying to manifest, to get things. You want to go places, you want to experience all these things, you want to go home in a jet. But you are not giving. You are not giving. I'm not telling you to go to church. I'm not here to preach. I beg, I'm not here to preach. I'm telling you, you want to receive, but you do not give. The cycle of creation must be completed. You're not to give, you must receive. And if you're not to receive, you must give. So when I say some of you do not know how to give, is you withhold your talent, your capabilities, your voice, your success. You withhold what you know someone out there needs, and you expect to give, to receive. How can you receive with closed hands? How can you receive with closed hands? Exactly my point. So in this case, when it comes to the concept of receiving, understand that receiving is a reward for giving, and it's a reward of genuine giving. Okay, we talked about the whole giving purpose, blah blah blah. So in this case, receiving. And now, once you're, especially for those of you who are in your healing era, you find that as you're healing, you start thinking like, oh my goodness, oh I'm so open, I'm so free giving. Understand that as you're healing, you're also getting sharp. You're saved, you're not soft. Listen, saved but not soft. This means as you heal, you establish boundaries. As you heal, you do all these things. But at the same time, you are not afraid to ask, you are not afraid to demand, you are not afraid to be given, you are not afraid to ask, because it is in your divine right to be given. So in this case, you're receiving from a place of ownership, not from a place of begging. Are we clear? You're receiving from a place of ownership in terms of divine right. The Bible says something about receiving because we're the children of God. What do you think that meant? Huh? Exactly my point. Receiving from a place of divine right. So in this part of purpose, you are not doing because you want to be given. You are doing because you are. And that reciprocates into receiving because you are. Your mere existence. This is what it's called, the concept of getting paid to exist. Getting paid to exist. Now that we've defined that, the last step of this building era as we go into the next year, the building era is solidified by cutting off your exes. Listen, I'm not about to give relationship advice. You go and look for it somewhere else. When I say cutting off your exes, I do not mean Maina and Wanjogu and Kiandri. When I say cutting off your exes, I mean cutting off your realities, because every reality that you've ever existed in formed a bond with you energetically. And for you to want for yourself better after you're healing and now you're building, you're going to have to cut off that reality. And like a toxic ex, it's going to come back haunting you ×7. So what you need to do is you need to cut off your ex, in bracket, your old realities, your old habits, your old patterns. If you're struggling with breaking patterns and habits, I have a video on why that is, you're dealing with that and how you can stop it. Oh my goodness, my pen. My pen on the concept of that, how to cut off your realities. I have a full video on my YouTube page. You can go check it out, and I've explained it clearly why they're tied to you and how to cut them off. And number 5, as we finish on the concept of healing, of building now in place of healing, it is knowing that you are enough. People, no one tells us this enough. You know, no one tells us this enough, that you know what, you are enough. Big nose, small nose, big boobs, small boobs, big hips, small hips, big head, small head. You are enough. You are enough. Okay? Me and my voice, I am enough. You and your nose, you are enough. Everyone is enough. And when you understand that you are enough, you no longer move from a place of trying to affirm your worth. You move from a place of knowing your worth. That is where ambiguity comes in. You're gonna enter and you're gonna be like, you know what, hell yeah. Me too. This funny thing that nobody says. Ndio kuingia sasa. All eyes on me, kama Tupac. What do you think that meant? What do you think that meant? All eyes on me, kama Tupac.
Me, kama Tupac. My sister, oh my God, the guy is like on TV. He looks the
Exactly. You are enough, and no one on the surface of this earth has any right to convince you otherwise. So, my friend, understand that one thing. As we finish this session, na 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 na. No, 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 no. Go down there when I go down there. Go down there when I go down there. Go down there when I go down there. As we finish this session, enough healing. It is time to build, baby. It is time to build.